What's going on, guys? This is Joshua from Future Filmmaker 3940 Reviews, where I talk movies, TV, and music, giving you guys my review of Luca, which is the newest Disney-Pixar film and the newest computer animated film of 2021. Produced by Pixar Animation Studios and distributed by Walt Disney Studios Motion Pictures. This is directed by Enrico Casarosa in his feature-length debut and stars Jacob Tremblay, Jack Dylan Grazer, Emma Berman, and Maya Rudolph. In Porto Rosso, a seaside town in the Italian Riviera, a young boy named Luca shares adventures with his new best friend Alberto. But Luca and Alberto are hiding a secret, as they are both sea monsters in a world below the water's surface. Luca, this was a movie that I was curious about, and I was very interested to see. Pixar is a great film company. They are a great animation company. They have some very quality made films to their name. And Luca, this was one of those movies that sound quality made, and it seemed like for them going for something different, judging from the trailers. With the Italian setting, is not somewhere we've been before, and it felt like it was pushing boundaries. It's going to a new level of animation, and the animation movie, the trailers look gorgeous, and I was very excited to see this. And this definitely was one of my most honorable mentions for most anticipated movies of 2021. And this was initially supposed to be released today in theaters, but unfortunately this movie, because of the stupid pandemic, again, fuck you pandemic.
You know what? Fuck you.
This movie was forced to be put completely on Disney Plus, just like Soul. And with that being said, I watched it a couple of hours ago today in the AM hours, and this is a really good movie. Now, this is not one of the best Pixar movies. I wouldn't even put this in my top 15, and this is not a masterpiece of Pixar movies. But this is a visually beautiful made film. Starting off with the positives is easily the animation. The animation in this movie is very different, it's very cool, it's very clean, and it's something different for Pixar. This is of course directed by an Italian filmmaker, and for his directorial debut, he does a very good job. The animation here, it pays great homage to Italian filmmakers like Sergio Leone and Federico Fellini, and it also has a little bit of Miyazaki to it, and I like that. I got what they were doing. I like the artistic sensibilities that they got there. Reminder of art animation and Wes Anderson stop motion movies. So I very much love the animation here. The animation is beautiful. The worlds that are created, especially the underwater world and the monsters and the sea creatures, I think are visually breathtaking. And I got that. The animation is definitely the highest spot of this movie. And that is one of my favorite parts of watching this movie was the animation. The other thing I very much loved in this movie is the story. This is a very deep, personal story, and I got that. This was a very personal story that they did, and I was very happy and very impressed by all the Pixar creators and the director for the fact that they had to make this movie completely at home, almost. This animation and this story is very well crafted. I like the fact that this is a very deep personal story. It has a very good personal story in terms of the director, which is the director is based his character and the character of Roberto around himself and his best friend of the same name, and the fact that his summers was always spent on beaches, and I like that. I like that idea. It was very creative, and it's a nice celebration of friendship, of trust and friendships, and I thought that was very good. I thought it was very good. Now, I can see why some people will say this isn't for them and this is a pretty big departure from Pixar, but the animation in this movie and the story is great. It has a great message of romance here, which worked very well in movies like Onward and Shazam, and it works very good here. I like that animation, I like that idea, I like the style, and I thought it was very clever and it was very genius. So I was very happy with how they handled it out, and I got that. I thought it was very creative. I thought it was very interesting on the part of the filmmakers here, as far as influences and animation. And it also reminded me of a lot of movies like a movie like Call Me By Your Name, just without the LGBTQ pandering, even though I do like that movie too. But next up, voice acting. Of course, the voice acting in this movie is great. Jacob Tremblay, he's of course is a great actor. He was good in The Predator. I liked him in The Room. He's great here as Luca. He's a sea monster. You could tell that he wants to long for something beyond his comfort zone. Jack Dylan Grazer from Shazam is great as Roberto. I like Emma Berman as Goela. Marco Baracelli was great. I loved Xavier Raimondo. Maya Rudolph was great. Jim Gaffigan, Sandy Marie. Everyone in this cast was very good. I love everyone in this cast. They all did a very good job in their roles. You bought them. They were very likable. They were very awesome. They were very entertaining. And I got that. I thought it was very creative and very well done. And very respective in terms of voice animation. The cinematography and the way the locations are, as well as the music and the editing of this movie. This is a very well paced movie, but the music composed by Dan Romer, who initially, prior to this, before he died, Ennio Morricone was set to compose this movie, but because he passed away, Dan Romer took over for him. But cinematography, music, and editing are all very good, and I felt something at the end of this movie. I felt something here. Of course, going into issues here, because I don't think this is a perfect film. I don't think this is a masterpiece. I do have some issues that I need to get off my chest. One, I will say, while this movie is very short, and I'm glad it is a short movie, I do feel like we need a little bit more of how the world building of the sea monsters and the sea creature works. I do feel like we need a little bit more of that, because there were points in the movie where I feel like this wasn't really fleshed out all that much, and I kind of feel like you need an extra 10 to 15 minutes to do that and to set that up. So I felt like you could have at least added an extra couple more minutes and it would have been much more bigger than that, and the whole world built up and towards this world that these animators just created would have made a lot more sense. Also, the villain in this movie, I did not like the villain in this movie at all. I get the motivation of the villain, and I understand why the villain is there, but I did not like this villain at all. I thought this villain was completely boring. I thought it was completely generic, and he just wasn't all that interesting. The actor is good, I just didn't think the villain was all that great. And I will say the last issue here is I wish there was a little bit more characterization for some of the other characters, because everyone in the cast does a great job. I could easily say that. I just feel like there could have been a little bit more characterization that could have been used there, and could have delved into some more of these other characters. Now, the chemistry between Luca and Alberto is really good, and I even like the chemistry between them and Gorilla. I like that. I just felt like that some of this other chemistry easily could have been tying up a little bit better with some of these other characters. But still, those are really my only issues with the film. Overall, Luca is another solid effort from Pixar Animation Studios, with gorgeous animation, beautiful, stellar voice acting, a well-done musical score, a very good message for kids, beautiful direction, and it had a sense of heart and a sense of charm, and it reminds us all why we love Pixar. Also, it has issues as far as some characterization and some world build-up that isn't fully fleshed out, and you could easily have a little bit extra 10 to 15 minutes there for just those two alone. But this is still a solid effort from Pixar. It does suck that this got put onto Disney Plus instead of theaters, going straight to theaters, because this easily would have been a great theater experience, just like Soul, if that had the chance to go to theaters. But I definitely can't wait to watch this again. This is not one of my favorite movies of the year, but it is an honorable mention. And while this doesn't beat Raya and the Last Dragon, I will say I do prefer this a little bit over Dimensions vs. Machines, even though I do love that movie as well. So, with that being said, I would definitely say check it out. It's on Disney Plus for free, and then when it comes out on Blu-ray, DVD, and digital soon, or 4K, definitely share this with your family. And I'm going to give Luca a highly recommended. So that was my thoughts on Luca. What did you guys think of this movie in the comment section down below? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Or somewhere in the middle? Thank you all guys so much for watching. Please be sure to like this video, because it does help with the algorithm and does help this channel grow. Comment down below what did you think of this movie. What is your least favorite and favorite Pixar movie? Stick around for my very first tier ranking of all 24 Pixar movies, which I've already shot way before this. And be sure to share this video. Also be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell and to get notified when new videos set to be released, or when I premiere, or when I go live. Otherwise, you're not going to get every notification for those. All my social media links are in the description box down below to everything I'm a part of on social media. You guys keep it cool and join the Epictasticness.